does it better. Make your face redder than an Irish setter. When it comes to balls, I'm a straight go-getter, making you want to be a better petter. Now shake that puppy tail. Shake that puppy tail. All right. That's pretty much how it goes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Milhouse was in the room feeding me lines. Anyways. I guess we should finish up the news so we can talk about the laughable idiot that is Marco Rubio, the hip-hop hopeful for the presidency. Keeps talking about how he's down with Tupac and Dre. Those are his boys.
One of them is a hologram.
And he does it on Fox News. This will help you connect with your demographic. All those disenfranchised black voters are definitely watching Fox News as you're on it, talking about how down you are with the Pac. Go on.
Google's director of engineering said there will be human-robot hybrids by the year 2030.
You know, if you're one of those people that thinks like, oh, I don't know what we're messing with here. I think science is moving too quickly. I think that the scientific community is doing stuff that they're not ready to do. We are not emotionally and ethically equipped to deal with the progress of science. If you're looking at things like sheep being cloned and the idea of intelligent machinery, if you're one of those people that is like, oh my God, Terminator could be a real thing. They just invented a toaster that can think logically. The end is nigh. This doesn't make you feel any better about it. Google's director of engineering says there's going to be human-robot hybrids by the year 2030. And then I think he saw Ryan Seacrest on TV and realized his prediction had already come true. Robo-broadcaster.
Seacrest. Est.
You know, he's going to be hosting something new. He's going to be, like, hosting something new on TV. Like,
is he becoming a girl, too? Or did that already happen?
I was going to say, like, that's a short trip. That'd be like a half hour. Then what? No, we in the broadcasting community like to give Ryan Seacrest a hard time.
We kid because we, quote, love, unquote.
Well, yeah. I mean, but also, like, you ever see Ryan Seacrest on those broadcasts? Like the American Idol thing, that's one thing. But you ever see him on those live broadcasts from Times Square where it's freezing, it's outdoors, it's like everything is absolutely chaotic and awful, and it's just the worst situation you could ever do a live broadcast in. And Ryan Seacrest is there like blue steel, holding it all together, making it look like the most slick and professional thing. Like, I give credit where credit is due. Seacrest is a broadcaster like you wouldn't believe. Now, I'm not saying that there's not more of us out there, but he's just, oh my God, he really does have some abilities. So there's some people where, I don't know, do you find Funkhauser broadcasting is sort of like a, hey, if him, why not me type of, like, I don't understand why that guy gets, that job with that money and that acclaim and I don't. Why am I toiling away here in obscurity when this talentless ass clown is ruling the world? Like, there's a lot of that goes on in broadcasting. Broadcasters are, for the most part, I've never met a larger group of 40-year-old men that can act like a sixth grade girl better than radio personalities. But
what do you mean? I'm going to send an email now.
Yeah. But, like, Seacrest is on point. I would never begrudge him his success because he genuinely has some skills. But, doesn't mean we're not going to F with him relentlessly. Not like he'll ever hear or care, but, which is probably a good thing, come to think of it. Anyways, go on.
The IRS has granted tax-exempt status to Indiana's first church of cannabis.
Right. Probably wouldn't have mattered, though, because they listed their dependents as all of South America. Go on.
And a little bit of Canada.
You know what, though? Like, the IRS getting tax-exempt status or giving tax-exempt status to a church of cannabis, it really does go to show what a complete load of hooey tax-exempt status is, like, for religious organizations. I mean, look, there's some poor, pious, godly churches that absolutely deserve that, but most of them are, and let's not make any mistake about this here, a for-profit business. And the fact that they don't have to pay taxes, oh God, nothing chaps my hide more than like the what's that Christian radio network, the Christian alternative rock radio network,
Air One.
Jesus,
yes, all day, every day.
Holy crap.
Yes,
like,
all day, every day.
I remember when it first came on in a town I was in. I was like, "What's this? This sounds like normal music."
Lifehouse.
Well, I didn't even know the name of the bands. I was like, "This sounds like Linkin Park, but it sucks." Like, what's? Oh, it's. Wait, hold on. Are they making reference to? Oh, they're talking about God. This must be Christian rock music. And then I heard another song that sounded like another band that wasn't Christian, but sucked. It was like, this sounds like Coldplay, but sucks. This sounds like Linkin Park, but sucks. This sounds like Green Day, but sucks. And they all mentioned God. I was like, oh, if you suck, you can make a great living doing Christian things. Like the broadcasters. They sound like me, but they suck. And they don't pay taxes, and they don't run commercials. All they do is panhandle for money. It's just like, hey, if you're not talented, all you got to do is go on the air and say that God hates gay people at least once an hour. And, man, you don't have to pay taxes, and you can have a job when you deserve to be mowing my lawn. I effing hate that.
Now another 12 in a row.
Yeah.
By request from the man upstairs.
And then they go, just by listening, you've joined our ministry, and we're happy to have you. You're not a ministry. You're a for-profit business. I'll say to you what I said to Sarah Palin. Shut your retarded whore hole.
My name's A.D., and I'm not too gangster. Just a big mouth white boy prankster. Never been to jail, never shot a 9, never smack a hoe, but I know how to have a good time. I grew up in the suburbs, I went to private school. I stayed mostly out of trouble, mostly I obeyed the rules. Upper middle class, so you know I'm not down. Still taking over when I'm rocking this town. Put your hands up if you're loving this sound. I am the king, so I with the clown. Oh, I'm the king.
The spotlight on Queen. It was the release of Sheer Heart Attack in '74 and A Night at the Opera in '75 that gained the band international success. Bohemian Rhapsody stayed at #1 in the UK singles chart for 9 weeks. It charted at #1 in several other territories and gave the band their first top 10 hit on the US Billboard Hot 100. Their 1977 album, News of the World, contained 2 of rock's most recognizable anthems, We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions.
We are the champions. We are the champions. Lose and lose. We are the champions.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more Queen coming up.
iHeartRadio goes one-on-one with Bob Seger to discuss his favorite process for developing new songs.
The way I do it, I sing into an ADAT machine, which has about 40 minutes. I might fill up 2 or 3 of them. Then I just go away, come back the next day, and listen to what I did. If there's nothing there, I start again. But I might hear one chord change. I might hear one thing I mumbled lyrically and say, oh, I never even caught that when I did it. It's like just totally a free-form thing, almost a jazz thing. And sooner or later, a structure, a chord structure, or a phrase, or the way I sang something jumps out at me, and it becomes the germ for a song, And that's really fun.
Keep listening to iHeartRadio for more Bob Seger and all your favorite artists.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. This is Concept 714, host of WakeTheFlock.net, the #1 hip hop podcast in the world. You are now listening to AD on your radio.
Delivering fascinating subjects, interesting talk, and boobs and fart jokes. AD on iHeartRadio.
Yeah. Let's go. Talking that mess, better act like you know. Let's go tonight. Walk away, punk, yeah, bitch. That's right, I know this. You're nothing but a punk, bitch. You're nothing but a punk, bitch. So walk away, yeah.
Yeah, Concept 714 lending some much needed street credibility to this program. He'll be on the show this Thursday, right, Funkhauser?
Yeah.
It's always a good time when Concept 714 rolls through. He is the host of the #1 hip-hop podcast on the face of the planet. I don't know how you figure that out, but that's what his show, that's what the opening title of his show says, and therefore I'm going with it. And also, like, it's a really, really, really great listen. Like, it's number one in terms of it's the only hip-hop podcast I've been able to stick with, and it's really fascinating. Whether you know the artist that he's talking to or whether you've never heard of him before, whether they're an up-and-comer you've never heard of before, he manages to pull a great story out of them with every single interview. That guy really knows what he's doing. Do yourself a favor, check out the Wake the Flock Up podcast. Wake the Flock Up, F-L-O-K is how we're spelling flock in this instance. WakeTheFlockUp.net. And he'll be on the show on Thursday. We look forward to that. Yes, indeedy, we do. You know what I notice about Concept 714 when he comes in? What he brings to the show, Funkhauser?
What?
Energy.
Yeah.
Like, it's just enthusiasm and excitement. Yeah, exactly. Like, the two of us walk in, and we both are very deadpan and sardonic. And that's good, but you get a whole lot of that in the room, and you get a lot of, yeah, that's right.
My coffee's been lying to me for about a month.
Oh, I hate it when the coffee lies to you. It's the effing worst.
I've been drinking hot water.
You've been going through a lot recently. Like the last couple of weekends, you've been straight up looking after Scruff Doggy Dog, which is emotionally and probably physically
Have not
draining
been like
too,
Ja Rule lately, living it up. Nope.
Yeah, no holla. And so, like, I don't know. Funkhauser. Concept 714 is bright-eyed and bushy-tailed enough as a human being, and also stoked to be here to the point where, like, it's excited. I noticed that his excitement really adds something to the show. And, like, I think we are a laid-back morning show that works and has its high points and its sensitive points and its interesting points, but it's, like, it's fun to every once in a while have someone in the room that goes, oh, my God! So we look forward to that. Yeah. Go on. But let's finish up a little bit more news, and then we'll make fun of Marco Rubio.
A Danish politician released a campaign poster where he's wearing nothing but a cowboy hat and a holster.
Yeah. Note to all presidential hopefuls. This is what they're doing in Denmark. Scandinavians are regarded as being the happiest people on earth, and interestingly enough, Scandinavians have the most participatory democracy on earth. So you want people to get out and pull the lever, so to speak, in this upcoming presidential election. Nude up like this Danish politician guy. His campaign poster, just wearing a cowboy hat and a holster. I think he wants to show voters that he's ready to make the hard choices and let his opponents know to expect some stiff competition. Okay. Go on.
60% of Americans say they're satisfied with their looks.
Yeah. How do you feel about it? In the morning when you wake up and you look in the mirror, are you like, okay, good enough. That'll do. I look fine. You satisfied with your looks? Well, if you are, that's where you're like the majority of Americans. 60% of us say that we're satisfied with our looks. Yeah. Having spent some time at the mall over the weekend, I'd say that 60% of Americans have very poor eyesight. Or maybe they're just, proud. And why shouldn't they be? Yep. We as Americans should walk around proud with our chins held high. Go on.
Last Thursday was National Hug Your Cat Day.
Yeah. If you already knew that, congratulations on dying alone.
See you on Words with Friends.
Yes, I wasn't aware that it was National Hug Your Cat Day this past Thursday, just gone by, because I have one of those, what do you call it? Lives. Yes, I have one of those things, so I didn't know. Go on.
A new website compares your sexual history to other people's sexual history.
Yeah. Well, I don't need a website. I can count my sex partners on one hand. Mostly because it's one hand. Go on.
Keenan Ivory Wayans and Kanye West both celebrate birthdays today.
Mm-hmm. So that's one hilarious black guy who's not afraid to look stupid in public, and Keenan Ivory Wayans. All right, then. Let's talk about Marco Rubio for a momentito. Let's see if we can find this. Let's see if we can't find this this piece of audio of Marco Rubio making an idiot of himself. Oh, they took it down. Damn it, Funkhauser. What am I supposed to do when YouTube respects other people's copyright laws? Ugh.